What's up? How's it going? I'm friggin' pissed off kind of right now. My electric power... Hey, Scott. My electric power system light went on. I don't know if it's my power steering that's a problem or what. But it went on after I ran over like a bunch of leaves. So I don't know if it like messed up the computer. Or it's really I have a power steering problem. Sucks, because that shit is like an $800 part. I know that shit. That sucks. I don't know. I hope it's not a power steering problem. I hope it's just like a computer malfunction, because it came on right after I like went into this pile of leaves at the bottom of the driveway. So I don't know. I like skid on them for a second, and then the freaking power steering light went on. The EPS light. Shit won't go off now. How's everybody doing out there? Yeah, I disconnected the battery for like a few seconds and then put it back on, and then it started blinking, and then it friggin' went back on again. I'm gonna try to disconnect the battery for longer, because I just disconnected it for like a couple, maybe like not even a half a minute. Yeah, hopefully it will go off after a little while, but I should be alright, hopefully. So what's up, my people? Look at the sky today. I just don't want to, you know, I'm not having any problem steering or anything with it, so, but you know, I don't want to risk it. I get worried because I have a little baby that goes in the car a lot, almost on a daily basis, you know what I mean? So we got power, brothers. Look at this, brothers and sisters. Look, we got solar power, courtesy of Larry Benoit, or Benoit, however you want to say it. He's really like a brother to me. Part of my shaman clique, my modern day shaman warrior. Larry's like an older brother, and I'm like a brother in a way too. In some ways, we're both. He's like a fatherly figure, and I'm like an older brother figure. How's that for a relationship? I like Larry. And you know, I'm going to share something with you guys that I don't really share on the radio too much. And even though I tell a lot of my stories, things that I've experienced, different encounters I've had, different spiritual awakening encounters that I've had, you know, different Kundalini type experiences I've had, out-of-body experiences, near-death experiences. I talk about these things, but I don't leave all the details in all the time. Some of them are sacred. Some of them are personal. And, you know, I give the gist of the story, but some of the details I don't share, because it's personal, right? So I tell what is good enough for like a radio show or an interview, but some of it you can't really, you know, reveal. I mean, and part of what I'm talking about has to do with a book that appeared to me, and I have it still to this day. It's from the late 1800s, and it's about the harmonics of evolution. And this book was written by somebody called, I think her name was Florence Huntley. And it's not so much the book, because I'd never even read the whole thing. I read through some of it. It's about mathematics and the philosophy of life, and how mathematics, harmonics apply, right? And it was written in the late 1800s by, I think her name was Florence Huntley, I'm pretty sure. And man, guys, I can't even describe to you the mysterious way that this book came to me. I mean, I would have to like, I mean, I can describe it, but like, I really wish I could have had like a 5-minute video to show somebody of that experience. Like if you could just take a journey through my mind and my memory for a second and see it, because it had to do first with, I walked into this, like I was out in Long Beach. Yeah, I've talked about it before. I was living out there for a couple of years in 2002, 2003. And I went through a lot of spiritual awakening type events there. And it was a lot of weird spiritual experiences that were happening to me. And there was one night where I walked into the there was alleyways that I used to cut in from the store I used to work at and hang out at in Long Beach. It used to be called No Regrets, the store. It sort of was like this band, this local like goth type band. They're cool people, but they're like sort of like a bad ministry, you know. They're all right, but you know, and I know the people in the band. They used to run actually they had like 3 stores at one time in Long Beach, but now I think they're all closed and they just have like an online shop. But at one time they actually had 3 stores in Long Beach called No Regrets. And this guy Gerardo he calls himself Gerardo Christ, right? He was like he was the owner, him and his wife Vicky, or his girl Vicky, and his brother Serge worked there. But they had like a local band called Heavenly Trip to Hell, and they're like kind of like a gothic industrial band. I used to help out with their store sometimes, and I used to play my guitar in front of their store and make money in front of their store, and they would let me play guitar there during the day and stuff too, right? So I was leaving that store to go to my house, which was like on between 4th and 5th and Cedar in Long Beach, and I cut through the alleyways there between 4th and 5th Street, and I walked into the alleyway that I was, you know, pretty much going to every day. And this night when I walked in, and you know, I was kind of going through something. I was like, you know, I have no family out in California. I kind of just went there out of nowhere, and I was struggling out there. Like there was like 5 of us staying in this one little apartment, and I just felt like I needed to be out there. But on this night I was kind of like feeling down. Like I was like, maybe I should go back home, you know, like I don't belong out here. What am I doing out here like this, right? So I was kind of missing my mom too, you know. And so I walked into the alleyway, and immediately I smelled my old school grandmother's perfume. And like, and I didn't just catch a whiff. Like it swallowed me. Like it engulfed me. It was in my hair. Like it was in my clothes. It was all over me. Like it was in the air around me. Like all my senses felt it. Like it was inside me. I like all around me. It was like every inch of every pore of my body, every cell of my body responded to it. It was like, I don't even know how else to describe it. Better than that, but it was just it engulfed me. It was like spiraling and spinning all around me and through me. And it was the old school like perfume of my grandmother, like an old lady perfume, like you know. And it's not like I liked that scent when I was alive, because it was like an old school lady perfume, right? But this time, like it like hit me in a way like you can't describe. Like it was attached to my emotions, like literally it came all over me. And I even said, my grandmother was even like Nani, because that's what we called her, Nani. And I said it like a couple of times, Nani. Like I even said her name out loud in the alleyway all by myself there. And then like almost like it was like shining like a freaking ray of like it's literally almost like while I was walking, I got hit by the perfume, right? And then almost like out of the darkness, it seemed like it was glowing to me as I'm walking through the alleyway. This book out of nowhere is just laying on top of someone's garbage can in the back of the alleyway, just on top of the lid of the garbage can. It was a flat lid, and it seemed to be like just like shining. Like the dark alleyway was dark, but like the light on somebody's house just seemed to be like glowing that book open, like to me. you know. And so I'm walking, and it wasn't like it was garbage that somebody threw out either. It was like, it's a hardcover, but I still have it at my house. I'll show you guys later. It's a hardcover book, and it was like brand new. Now it looks all beat up because it's freaking like 20 years later, and I carried it with me from California all the way to New York on the bus. And you know, I had it with me. I was reading it on the bus, and I carried it with me in my guitar, like in my guitar bag for a while. So it's all beat up now. I had people sign it before I left California, a couple of people. So it was literally like, as I'm walking, it was like sitting on top of the garbage can, like it was glowing. And I looked at it, I picked it up, and it's a hardcore book, like a hardcover book, a red hardcover. Seemed to be brand new, like no one even ever read it before. When I first opened it up, the pictures, and I still have it in there, the pictures have, the pictures in the book have like white tracing paper over them. Like it still was like brand new, and even the pictures were covered with like a white tracing paper that I never took off. And it was from 1897, you know, brand new. And it says Harmonics of Evolution. So right there, the name caught me. And I was like, how is this old school book that looks like it was made yesterday, all of a sudden in this alleyway right here? I'm freaking midnight, and I'm walking through the alleyway, and all of a sudden I smell my grandmother's perfume, and then this book is just right there. So I picked it up and I kept it. Like, it was out in the alleyway in the garden. It felt like it was meant for me. It wasn't like stealing to me. It was like out in the alleyway, and it wasn't like directly near someone's house either. It was like put out, like it was like put out in the alleyway for someone to take, like for someone to throw out, right? But it didn't seem like garbage. It was like brand new, like no one ever read it. And at the time, I didn't connect it to my grandmother even. I just was like, wow, this freaking book, like what the hell? And I don't even know if it's still connected to my grandmother. It might be like an ancestral lesson sort of thing. Not that like technically my grandmother gave it to me, but it was her energy that was around me too, I think, that at some of these times. But this book, you know, the Harmonics of Evolution, it's sort of, now looking back to it, it's everything about who we are. You know, even if it's not the contents that are inside the book aren't going down the route that I'm going to be going down with some of this, it's definitely has to do with how we evolve as a species to a higher dimensional state. You know, and the universe we exist in is absolutely based upon harmonic frequencies and a harmonic energy grid. There's this guy that was called, his name was, he died now, but his name was Bruce Casey, from New Zealand. He even talks about this in some of his books, some of his information. He was a New Zealand airline pilot, like a plane, right, for the planes. He was a pilot in the New Zealand, Australia area. And he had a few like UFO type encounters, and he started to realize that like the encounters are happening at certain harmonic energy grid spots on the planet. And he was mapping out through mathematics some of the energy grid that even during World War II they were using. The Nazis were using this, you know. And this is what we're all based upon. I even think that all the ancient temples that are aligned on these energy grids, like the Giza pyramids, it's about, yeah, it's sort of about spiritual initiation, but it's about transforming the harmonic frequencies of your body and bringing you to another dimension, a higher dimensional state that way. And I think they were even able to even transmigrate souls this way, and beam the light body to different frequencies, different places, different dimensions. And there's certain mathematical numbers that you'll find that appear over and over again, that are certain harmonic frequencies, like 144, 72, you know, 432, and they're all divisible by 8, right? So if you, and like when we're in a shamanic type state, the human brain can reach like 8 hertz brainwave, right? So when you have 8 hertz, you're sort of like in your alpha state. And when you have, I don't know if I should walk into here. Yeah, I'm going to walk into this today. When you have like, you know, an 8 hertz shamanic sort of state, you can literally like peek in to the cascade of mirrors of harmonic frequencies that's on this planet, in this universe, our friggin' harmonic grid, right? So it's like literally peeking into a cascade of mirrors. I'm gonna bust my ass because you can't see how deep the leaves are. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through these old paths here. This is an old path that nobody keeps up anymore. Let me see what's up in the chat room. Scott. Hey, everybody. I would love to sit and chat with you guys, too. Yeah, it's like mirrors within mirrors. And like I said, this guy, Bruce Cathy, he talked about it in his books. I have a book called Harmonic 33 that he wrote. He talks about this as well. The harmonic speed of light is like literally like 143.899 or something. It rounds off to like 144 harmonic resonant frequency, like the hertz, right? So 144 is basically called like a C tone, right, in hertz, and 144 is basically harmonic light speed. And when we come to the 144,000, it's because it's 144,000 minutes of arc, you know, per Earth grid second. And this is within the vacuum of space, right? So it's each and every single one of these are its own harmonic, its own mirror, you know? And they are mirrors within mirrors within mirrors within mirrors. And anyone that has our 8 hertz sort of can peer into or glance into certain hertz that they're compatible with, right? So 8 hertz is compatible to 72 hertz, right? 9 times 8, 72, right? So 144 is 18 times 8. So anyone with this 8 hertz can peek into these harmonic frequencies, right? And that's what I've been discussing in a lot of my new information, and that's what I've been finding within the Bible, the book of Revelation, all of these things. Even when they talk about 666, it's a harmonic frequency mark, okay? And I'm going to be releasing a lot of this inside just in my book or on Patreon, because I don't want people to start stealing it all. So I'm referencing it a little bit now, but I have actual mathematics that lines up with this. So it's pretty intense when you talk about it, you know, because a lot of these I can't even get through here. I'm not even going to try to get through there. Look at all that. Fuck that. Guys should be smashing that like button. I'll be back on Leak Project 2 on the 19th. Also, my new store is up at magica.org as well. At the bottom of the page where you see their friends, Magica, Magika, is Lori Bruno's site. And you know, Lori Bruno's 80 years old, guys, now. So, and she has a husband she takes care of that's dialysis. Her son unfortunately needs a little bit of health care right now that's really expensive as well. And she needs prayers, guys, and she needs support. So if you guys want a psychic reading like no other. There's a few people in the world to go to. You could come to me, or you could go to Lori Bruno as well. She's world class, guys. She's helped out police, find dead bodies, find missing children. She has an amazing psychic ability. You know, she's all the way in Salem, Massachusetts, and I'm in New York. And there's times where she called me out of nowhere. We weren't talking for months and months. Like, there, you know, there's times where a few, like, months will go by where we don't end up calling each other or whatever, right? So she'll just call me up sometimes out of nowhere, know exactly what's going on in my mind, like exactly what I was going through that day or that morning. So, and she could just, she picks up on things. She sees faces, and she could describe, you know, faces really well of people through holographic psychic activity. Like, she could see, like, there was times where a missing child was missing, and she was able to describe exactly how, like, the people that were involved with her her going missing, and the description. She could do stuff like that. And I have similar abilities, but mine is, you know, everybody's is just a little, like, is unique in their own way. Wow, there's mad leaves here, and I know there's got to be snakes in there, because I stepped on one before. There's what do they call, rattlesnakes and stuff in here. So I don't know if I should go through all this, but you guys can see the rock walls all through here in the woods, right? So you can't get no friggin' equipment in here where all these trees are and stuff here. So these walls are here right in the middle of the frickin' woods, and someone did these hundreds and hundreds of years ago. You see where we are, all these trees here. Look where we are. We're in the middle of the woods, and you have these rock walls here. I have my dowsing rods in the car. I just made copper dowsing rods, everybody. My first set that I made. You guys can see we're here in the middle of the woods, and look at these rock walls. This goes all through the Hudson Valley, all the way up the Northeast, all the way through Maine. These rock walls go, like, so many of them, and they are on, in my opinion, the harmonic energy grid of the planet. Hey, Cynthia. Scott, I can help you with that, buddy. Meredith, what's up? Thank you. You guys can always support me right here in the chat room. Keep my information coming. Support me on Patreon. You guys can support me on the Mystical Spiral store. Get your guys a tensor tool, a crystal, and there's all new products coming up on the website. I got big new hunks of kyanite. Still some a bunch of rainbow moonstone that I haven't put up yet. And we just made upgrades on our new ear and cranial tensor system. So I'm really excited about the new products. But guys, there's so much up on my Mystical Spiral store already. And you guys can find that at magica.org now. If you go Lori Bruno's website, if you want to get a reading from her, or if you want to check out my store, that's on the page as well. Also, they have my mysticalspiral.com up there as well. Go to magica.org, and it's the website is MAGIKA. So magica basically means soul of the magi. MAGI is magi, and then it's ka at the end, or soul. So she has magi and ka, magica, magica.org. And Lori, like I said, she's got very ancient DNA as well. She's got very ancient DNA. I mean, one of her ancestors was Giordano Bruno. And for those that know anything about Giordano Bruno, he was talking about how there was a plurality of the worlds and how the way the planets move and the sun, right? He knew over 500 years ago, he knew, right? Something like that, 400 plus years ago, right? One of our ancestors. And they locked him in a dungeon for years. I'm talking 8 or 9 years he was in a dungeon. Some of the stuff you'd read on Wikipedia is wrong, because he actually was in the dungeon for almost a decade. It was like 8 or 9 years. And they kept coming to him on a yearly basis. Are you gonna admit the truth and claim you were delusional and come and agree with us about how the earth is the center of the universe and blah blah blah, right? And he was like, no, I know the truth. I've seen it. You know, he had mystic vision. He had second sight. You guys can see how there's more rock walls everywhere, right? Look at this. They're bisected too. They go like east, west, north, south. He said all this so he would never, he would never give in, right? So eventually, I think it was the year 1600 that they stripped him naked, and by this time he was really he was a short guy anyway. I think he was only like 5'3" or something like that, or real short. So by this time, from living in the dungeon and being forced to eat rats, literally, he was like really malnourished and probably barely 80 pounds, or maybe even less, who knows. But he was a little thing by this time, and they wanted to humiliate him, so they stripped him naked in front of the town and tied him to the friggin' a wooden stake, and then asked him one last time, are you gonna give in now and go back to, and you could go back to your regular life and have a real meal and all this? And he was like, never. And then he said a statement like, you guys fear me more than I fear you, type shit, right? He went out like a gangster. So then they lit him on fire and burned him right there, right? And man, he was the most courageous man in the world. I want to cry just talking about it, right? And now they have a fucking statue for him in Rome. And they actually sent a letter. They actually sent a letter to Giordano Bruno and her family line in the year 2000, apologizing for executing him. Right? So, and now they have a statue for him, with him wearing his hood. It's a famous statue now of Giordano Bruno. I don't know if I should walk through here, but I'm going anyway. Shit, I'm carrying my notebook with me too. Let me get rid of it. Let me put it in my sweatshirt. And I'm carrying this freaking thing. Look, I'm carrying this charger with it. Oh shit, you mother. I should have brought my dowsing rods, but I would have to like prop up the camera somewhere so you guys can see what I'm doing of dowsing. Wow, look at these rock walls. Look at all these stones back here. Like, look at all this. At one time, this area was very sacred to the natives around here. You can see this is all rock walls, like all going through here. Wow, look at that big. That deer got a big rack on him too. Yeah, it's an epic story. Wow, look at that guy. Oh my God, that's a spirit. Can you guys see him? There he is. Huh. He can hear that. Look at. He's looking right at me. He don't care though. Not yet. Look, he's got beautiful horns. Antlers, look at him. Yeah. What's up, buddy? You got a very human face, you know that? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Do I know you? Do I know you? I seen you before. You're an old friend. Yep. Yes, you are. He's trotting for us. Look at him. Don't go nowhere. I want to pet him so bad. Think I can get. Think I. Oh, hell, let me get that close. Some of them let me feed him before. Damn, he wanted to get a good look at me. Hey. Man, he's very human looking. Whoa, he just crawled underneath there. You saw that? He like disappeared underneath there. What the hell? Did you guys see that? Dude, he just disappeared underneath there. He never came back out. That's like a... What the hell? Wow, did you guys see that? He crawled into something. I gotta go see. He never came back. Oh, there he is. Is that him? Whoa. Yeah, he crawled under that. That was pretty dope. Wow, look at these guys. Look at these stones back here. Let me get back to normal. Look at these are all arranged in big ass stones. They're like tendon balls. Look at this. I know that looked like a regular deer, but I do feel that was more like a spirit message. So you guys can tell me I'm tripping, but I'm gonna keep it private, most of what I felt during that. Like, see, who just puts these massive stones up against this tree back here? You can't pick up those stones, and you can't get machines back here. Forklifts and fucking trucks, you know. Wow, see, look at these guys. Girls, gals. I haven't been back here in years, because usually when I come out here mostly in the summer, and these things, these are all covered up with trees. Wow, look at these. Wow, look at the shape of this one. See, it's a rock wall right there, too. Yeah, I'm gonna go. See, look, it leads. This all leads to. There's a street down that way. But I'm pretty far into the woods right now. Wow, check out this rock. Oh, look, there's a whole slew of deers over there. Deer, I mean. Is that guy still looking at me? Whoa, check that out. That's him. He just moved, you see? He was staring at me. Yeah, no, I have a connection to deer. Definitely. One was running alongside my car this morning when I left the house. It was running alongside my car, like down the street. The weird thing is it looked very similar to this guy with the antlers. That's why it was like I was gonna keep kind of to myself about how I really felt about it. I have a connection to owls, birds, all sorts of birds, and forest animals for sure. I've had very interesting experience with a few owls in my life as well. One was right after my mom died, and my mom, that was her. Wow, there's a whole bunch of deer. The whole family here. Look at the little guy. Yeah, deer are so pretty. I don't even know how. I have an older brother that goes hunting. Yeah, his face was super distinctive, Raven. I don't know how, like, my cousins and my brother and my grandfather used to go hunting, man. My grandfather brought me with him that one time and it freaked me out. I never wanted to go again. When I was younger, I could not believe. I mean, he used to skin it and butcher it himself too, like. And you know, some people just like it. My brother, no joke. My brother, there's pictures of my brother about 4 years old, standing beneath a hanging deer, dead. And my brother is smiling like an evil, devilish smile, like he loved it. And me, I threw up the first time I saw it. So, just some people are different, you know? I have that emotional connection to things. And my brother can end a life and have no... My brother can end a life and have no remorse. I know it. He's gangsta like that. And I'm not like that. You know? So... that doesn't mean I don't have a warrior spirit. I mean, I fought at like 2 pro fights in Muay Thai and fought kickboxing and wrestled and you know, wow, I just saw a beautiful experience with the sun and the deer right there. Wow, that was beautiful. He just like jumped through the sun codes. Yeah, like if my family was starving, then I could get my hands dirty. No doubt. No doubt. I could. But, man, I can't do it. I can't do it just for sport. Wow, guys, look at this. Look at this. What is this? Oh, I just heard a weird bird. Look at this right here. It's very interesting. That's stone too. Look, my phone hasn't gone down in charge at all. It's actually charging a little bit this whole time. No doubt. You see all these rock walls through here? I mean, this is pretty crazy. This is right out of a movie too. Like the way the fallen trees and brushery makes like a tunnel. It literally makes like a tunnel, like you're walking through a tunnel. You see these? It's like you're walking through a tunnel. A tunnel of brusheries. Light codes. Where the hell is the way to get out of here, though? Yeah, there's a lot of things out here that look like altars and shit. Like, look at that flat thing. Look at how the codes from the sun hits that flat rock right there. That's pretty freaking amazing. It's like a beam to that rock. Stand right here. I'm standing on that stone right now. That was the message, to stand on that stone. Oh, you know what? I can find a way out through here. I see the way now. The sun showed me the light. Woo! See, it's like crawling through a tunnel of haunted trees. Well, I just saw something else. Oh, that's a big ass squirrel. That was a big ass squirrel. Check this out. This is like a big mound here. Damn, you got some Adam and Eve trees with the snake wrapping around them. You see that? Oh my god, that thing is wicked. Look at that. I call those Adam and Eve trees. And it's right on this like mound. Peace of mind, welcome. The caduceus, yeah. Don't eat the berries. Don't eat the berries on the Adam and Eve tree. No. Oh my god, look at that guy. Look at this stone right here. This was a part of a body, no doubt in my... Oh shit. I just got thorned. Mr. Thorn! Look at this. This is pretty dope. If you go on my Patreon, I do every couple of days I put a book recommendation up on my Patreon. But yeah, I got mad books to recommend. I mean, what topics? What kind of information you looking for? Telepathy, harmonics, paranormal, supernatural. What kind of books are we talking about? Occult, Tibet, Egypt, what? Hindu? What are we talking about here? Religious books? Well, yes, the Celestine Prophecy or Celestine Prophecy, yeah, that's a really good book for sure. I mean, if you're looking for that, I mean, in that genre, maybe like Autobiography of a Yogi is a good book if you've never read that. That book is pretty dope. Telepathy, oh, for sure, that's my topic right there. Well, first, you can always get one of the best books on telepathy that you could find out there. Even if your opinions about the doctor and he might have done some weird experiments, who knows? But he has one of the best books on telepathy. Of course, what's the other one too? By well, the one I'm talking about is by Dr. Polharich, Beyond Telepathy. I showed it the other day on one of my videos. Beyond Telepathy is one of the best books on telepathy. It's by Dr. Andrade, or aka Henry Polharich. And oh shit, I can't get through here. And you know, he also wrote a book that I have called Yuri, about Uri Geller. Also, there's other books that he wrote as well that I have. What are those other books that I have by him? Also, if you want a good book on telepathy and remote viewing, and it's not a porno, but it's called Penetration by Ingo Swann. I got that book. That's a really good book as well on telepathy. It's called Penetration, and it's by Mr. Ingo Swann. Also, ESP. There's a few books that you could find on Eusapia Palladino. She was, psi, paranormal. How the fuck did I get out of here? I'm like lost right now. Did I go through this way? This just seems too... I don't remember going through such high grass before. Motherfucker. You know what? I'm going this way. Well, I just saw that deer again. I just saw a deer just running. Crawling over rock walls. I think it's this way. I just got fucking thorned again. Holy shit. See how quick you can get lost in the woods? This sucks. Alright, so what were we talking about again? I'm going to go around the other way. Telepathy. Yeah, so those are really good books. You know, I've been reading books from one of my favorite books of all time that has to do with the occult and like shamanistic rituals and all sorts of things about different cultures. And because it's basically one of the only books that talks about Lake Nemi and where some of my ancestors are from, and the truth, some of the, you know, good information about those. Wow, this is another dude. Oh my god, guys, check this out. Now I know why I got lost. Look at that guy. Whoa. A fox! Did you guys see the fox? Dude, a fox just ran by. A fox just ran by. Look at the deer's looking at it. That guy's looking at it. It was a fox. There he is. There he is. Watch, we're gonna see him again. He just ran back the other way. Here he is. He's right there. You guys see him? Look, he's moving. Now the deer's going up there. Wow, look at this guy. Wow, look at that guy. See the... Wow. Dude, there's a fox running around here too. This guy's looking right at me now. Damn, that guy is huge. Cool fact, my mom had a baby fox as a pet when she was a kid until it got too big. They had to let it back out. When my poppy, her father, went hunting one time. He found a baby fox all by itself in the woods, and he didn't want to leave it, so he brought it home. And then eventually it got too big where they had to let it loose. But she had it for like a year or so, 2 years maybe. I don't know how long they had it, but she had it for a little while. Man, I gotta get out of this way. Whoa, there's things running. There's something going on back here. Something's chasing these things. They're running towards me. Maybe it's because there's a stranger in the woods, and the stranger is me. Well, I'm gonna get out of here now, if I can. Wow, is that the same guy, or is that another one? Hey! I'm gonna follow these guys. You could tell they're laying down back here. I'm in their home. Look, they lay down here. Look at this, is all flattened down. Whoa, that's a deep hole. Yo, what the fuck? Holy shit, I can't get through here. Alright, I gotta go all the way back out. Look at this trail. You see what I'm talking about? It's like literally a tunnel of trees. And you gotta walk through this like tunnel of fucking trees. I think I could find my way from here. Oh shit, I don't know where I am. Alright, here we go again. What's up in the chat? Yo, the fox threw a forest spell on me. I'm walking through a labyrinth. That's what happened. I want to go all the way down now and restart because I think I walked too far one way. Wait, I have a compass too. gotta go north. Oh wait, this is the freaking mound? No, this is a different mound. Yeah, I bet these things are buried back out here. Notice how you never see like deer bones or anything either. Sometimes I found a deer skull once, I think. Look at that massive stone sitting on top of that other stones. Like, check this out. Like, who put this up there? This is on top of a... Guys, this is like a dolmen. Holy shit, I need to get a picture of this. Look at this. Do you guys see this? I mean, this is incredible. This is really propped up like a dolmen. Wow, this is incredible. It won't let me do a... I can't believe this. This is... Damn, I have tools on me, I forgot. I got this shit on me from doing my battery before. Things are falling out of my pocket. But this is like a dolmen, man. Oh man, I just stepped in a hole. Holy shit. Yeah, this is propped up out here. This is crazy. Look at how much it's propped up, too. That's intense. I don't mind that I got lost. This is crazy. If anybody can screenshot this and send it to me, I'd be grateful. Ah, fucking bitch. Because I don't want to end the video to take a picture. Right here, screenshot that baby. It is some sort of chamber. It's on top of a rock wall. Ah. Look at that. I've never been over here before in my life. I don't even know if I could find it again. Oh yeah, I see where we are now. I gotta walk all the way to the right. See, look, I came up on this before. This weird rock. Yeah, I gotta walk down this way. At least I know where the frick I am now. Yeah, see, I was meant to find that. That's what the whole thing was about. Now I know. Knowing is half the battle, like G.I. Joe. Check out that. Alright, so... Oh, I got a long way still. Raven or the fox. I come up from that way? No, I gotta go back the other way still. That's the street down there, but I gotta go all the way to the right. Well, I worked for like 5 years already. Walking in my shadow. I'm walking in my shadow. Crunch, 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 crunch. Ooh. Ah. I still don't know how to get out of here though. I really don't know how to get out of here. Oh shit. Dude, what the hell is that? I see something built with cinder blocks up ahead. Oh man. Look at this fucking rock wall. Dude, there's rock walls all through it here. This is so crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely still in the wrong spot. But I think I know where I can cut into the trail I know. See that? Look, there's like a fucking cinder block thing made. Someone made something with a cinder block. Look. Check that out. That's modern day. The Moon Tribe email. I'm hoping I can get out this way. Ah, your sister's ass. Your sister's ass. Well, I found the trail. Oh, see, they used to have a Catholic statue back here. Look at this shit. Look what this says on this thing. It's from Matthew 28. He who is not here, he is not here, for he is risen, as he said. Matthew 28. See, the Catholic Franciscan friars and Salesians of Don Bosco own these yards, these grounds. They own all the sacred spots around here. Look at this, guys. Oh, and gals. Look at these stones. Dude, see, some of these look like sea creatures. This used to be, the Hudson River went probably this far at one time. Look at that thing. I mean, that's like a certain shape. I mean, almost looked like a freaking penis or something. A finger. You know, this looks like it could be a finger or something like this. Look at it, even has the fingertip part or a toe. Look at that. That part, it's like the fingertip right here. Or a piece of a toe. A piece of a foot. This is incredible out here. I know exactly where I am now. We're in the trail that I always used to go on, but this is all the way at the end. Look at this thing. I'm far away from where my car is, though. But definitely, if you guys are just joining, I was dropping some really good information at the beginning of the video about harmonic resonant frequencies. And I build the tensor tools to the sacred cubit, to 144 harmonic resonant frequency. And that's the same as 144,000, the arc per earth grid. I could use a joint right now. Yeah, I'm hoping my EPS light goes off now. I'm gonna have to try to disconnect my battery for a while or something, and then do that. Who's up in the chat room? Thank you, Peace of Mind. Trails are for snails. Let's get lost again. I like to limit myself to getting lost once a day. Plus, you guys have no idea. I've gone through my whole life of being on my feet, you know, from wrestling, kickboxing, sports, to working in a warehouse that I worked into for like over 10 years. I got heel spurs like you wouldn't believe. I have one really bad heel spur. It's really, really bad. I gotta cut it out sometimes. So I'm working on that, and it's been healing with the tensor tools better than anything else has ever helped heal it, in fact. So I wouldn't be able to do the walking I've been doing if it wasn't for that. And that's for real. Because I tend to favor my left, I walk heavy on my left foot. I've always had that for some reason. Even like my left sneaker, the bottom of my left sneaker will always wear, like the sole will wear out, and my right shoe will be fine. Like my right foot will never wear out, but the left, right where my heel spur is, that part of my sneaker always wears out. So it's like I walk hard on that one spot. Even when I try to think about it, it still ends up doing it. I don't know. So it's just, I know one foot is bigger than me and one leg is a little longer as well. So wow, I'm back. I'm on the actual trail. No doubt, peace of mind. You guys can always support me right here, of course, in the chat room. And you guys get a crystal, get a tensor tool for sure. They are priceless gifts, you know, and they last forever. Even if the copper gets dirty, you could clean that shit. It's not too difficult to clean it. All you need is to get fine wool and get a little tomato sauce and water, mix it together, maybe a little salt water and tomato sauce, dip the wool in it, and then do like these circular pattern, sort of like, you know, clean it, like wax on, wax off type shit, you know, do like a clockwise motion when you clean it, like, that should work. Some people use vinegar as well to clean tensor tools, but the vinegar tends to not last as long as the cleaning of with the tomato sauce, and it's not as clean. I don't know. I don't like to use the vinegar too much, but the tomato sauce, the water, that should work nice. This is one of my favorite dowsing, or if you want to say like scrying crystals. I use this. I usually tie this to a string sometimes, and I use this as well. This is a golden healer. Yeah, I have these on my website. These are this is one of the golden healers. It's a golden healer Lemurian quartz. And I had that charging with my earpiece. Thank you, Scott. I also got a little one of these on me. Rose quartz. Woo! Just like my mom, I carry a pocket full of stones and crystals. That's what my mom would do too. If you would go looking, like when my mom was alive, if you would go into her closet and look into any of her jackets, each of the pockets all have little rocks or stones or crystals she would have in each one of the. She would always play with them in her hands and always have them. This one's nice too. Good morning.
Good morning.
And my mom loved owls too. So many. She used to go to ceramics, like she used to make ceramics. And she went to ceramics classes for years. And she used to make these ceramic owls. I still have a lot of them. And we had owls all over the house. Anything that she saw at the store that was an owl, she bought. Wow, Melinda. Thank you. Yeah, Melinda has a golden healer, that's right. Like I said too, my crystals, they're worth the price because I know where they're sourced. And it's very rare that you buy a crystal where you know where it's sourced from. And I know where they're sourced from. They're specially charged. And they're top grade crystals, so it's definitely worth it. And like I said, they last forever. They're a lifelong purchase. And the same with the copper tools. And they're not just awesome looking, they have so many benefits. And it's unfortunate that certain religions are trying to say crystals and that kind of stuff is evil. Like, it's pretty crazy that they'll say, oh, working with crystals or using crystals is evil. It's the work of the devil. Yet all of them use phones and computers that have quartz crystal in it, right? All of them should know that it grows from the earth, you dummies. That's like saying don't eat tomatoes. They're evil. Right? Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's really intense when people try to say that. It's like the programming that they go through is really crazy. I'm gonna roll one when I get back to the car. Medical marijuana is crazy in New York. I have medical marijuana in New York. It's actually very hard to get. They took away buds from the dispensaries because they were supposed to sell only ground flower. And the dispensary that I was going to was giving us buds. It wasn't like ground. It was just like little buds. And somebody ratted. And now they just took it all away. Now you only can get oils, vapes again. Really, it's ridiculous. Really ridiculous. Yeah, seriously, they're in the Bible is right. I mean, the same thing goes with like a lot of things. You know, they'll tell you the candles, but then the Catholics use candles, Christians use candles too. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna end this anyway, but guys, thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys' support. Check out the Mystical Spiral Store.com, themysticalspiral.com for information, and sign up Patreon today. You guys can join for $2 a month. I mean, come on. And I'll be on League Project on the 19th. And I have some other shows coming up too. I'll fill you all in on it very soon. And I'll be on Patreon later posting some stuff. So Spiral out.